Hey guys, today I'm gonna share with you how I open my coconuts and also some observation I made. Here, I have 3 coconuts given to me by my neighbor, Mr. O, at 3 different times last month. Thank you, Mr. O, for the coconuts again. As you can see here, all 3 coconuts look different, as all 3 are of different variety. Mr. O has given me a few of each variety. Now, the one on the left was given to me 3 weeks ago, and the yellow one was given 2 weeks ago, followed by the largest one, which was just given to me last week. The weather was kind of hot today, so I thought I would open 3 of them to drink. So let's get to it. To open a coconut, you will need a heavy-duty knife, either a meat cleaver or a parang, as the weight will be very helpful in weighing in the cut on the tough and fibrous husk of the coconut. I'm using a traditional Chinese meat cleaver here, as it gives me better control. The chopping board is optional, depending on where you are opening it. I decided to open the largest coconut first. So firstly, I placed my coconut on the chopping board and held it this way. I cut into the husk 1/8 from the top. This coconut was fairly easy to open, as it took me 60 seconds to complete the task. From the ease of cutting it, I could tell this coconut was still quite young. Next, I cut the yellow one. This time I cut it from the bottom, and this was also fairly easy to open. As you can see, when I've cut through the top easily, and the liquid just came gushing out. This took me 30 seconds to open. Finally, I cut the brownish green coconut. You would see I struggled a little with opening this coconut. The husk was quite tough, and my knife was not able to cut through as well as the first 2 coconuts. You can choose to cut either the top or the bottom of the coconut. From experience, the seed sits closer to the bottom of the coconut. So if you want to get into the liquid fast, cut from the bottom. I usually put my coconut in a big bowl to make it stand as I drink. You could cut off both ends so that the coconut can sit and stay put as you drink from it. You can see the husk separating from the seed of the coconut here. Again, this is another sign that the coconut is older. Once I see the seed, I simply use the end of my cleaver to make a dent. Can you guess which coconut is the sweetest? My verdict, the brownish green one was the sweetest, followed by the yellow one and the largest green one. I learned from experience that young coconuts are not as sweet as older coconuts, so probably leaving the coconuts for several days would be better, as it will be sweeter later on. I still have each of these coconuts, so I would try number 2 and number 3 again in 3 weeks' time to see whether they have become sweeter. Now that the liquid is gone, what do we do with the empty coconuts? Well, don't throw them away just yet, because there's more. I always open my coconuts after drinking the liquid because I enjoy eating the flesh of the coconut. So let's open them now and compare the sizes of the 3 coconut seed. Some coconuts look big on the outside but has a very small seed. Let's see whether this huge coconut has a big seed. To cut the seed open, I make 2 cuts on each side, opposite to the other. I have to make sure the cuts are deep enough and reaches the seed. Next, I turn the unopened end of the coconut upwards and make another cut to make the 2 cuts earlier. I find that this is the easiest way for me to open it. Wow, look at the size of the seed. So this huge coconut has a big seed as well. Next, I open the brownish green coconut. And the same thing, I make 2 cuts and then face the unopened end upwards and make another cut to open the seed. Here's how the 3 coconut seeds looks like next to each other. You will be able to see the seed in the yellow coconut sits much lower at the bottom, and the seed is further away from the top end. So again, next time when you open a coconut, Try opening it from the bottom to get to the liquid faster. Now, we are going to scrape out the flesh using a spoon. So as I said earlier, this brownish green coconut is much older. The flesh is also thicker and tougher. Therefore, I was able to scrape out a whole piece of flesh without it breaking off. It wouldn't be as sweet as the young coconut's flesh, and my grandmother used to add sugar to old coconut flesh to eat it. Older coconut flesh are also crunchier. In comparison, look at the flesh of this young coconut. I was able to scrape out the flesh effortlessly. The flesh is soft and tender, and I couldn't resist from eating it right away. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you give it a go and open your own coconut the next time. Like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.